at Looking Glass, we used to make fun of a character called Iolo from the Ultimate series, who, when the games would open, the player was told, "This is Iolo, he's your best friend." What does the player do? Kill him right away. Fuck you, you're not my friend. Like, how much heavy shit can I give to Iolo? So you're handing him anvils, and you're like handing him shit that's on fire, and throwing fish at him, He's not your friend, okay? That effect is well known to game designers. I think that you guys are starting to feel a little bit of a sting from that same effect in the feedback you're getting from the audience. They don't want to be told that a product is cool. Like, fuck you, I know if it's cool or not. They want to be engaged in a dialogue, and you need to get over a certain level of fear that I think game designers and other people who have been under the wealth of critics for a long time have had to get over. The sitting for 3 days and crying in your house and getting back to it is starting to apply, I think, in a much more direct and real and live way to what you guys do as well. Because these people are going to be adamant in pushing back against you when you try to get them to think something, when you try to get them to hear a message, and you try to get them to think a certain way about a product in a world in which they really feel like they are defining the way that they're thinking about these products. And that's a real trick. That's a real trick to do. But the good news is that it is a skill that a lot of people have mastered, and it's a skill, I think, that is specifically in our business of selling interactive art and interactive entertainment to people, something that very naturally fits into an interactive dialogue with that customer base. Everything we do every day, all day long, is about creating an interactive entertainment experience with the customers. All they're asking us to do is to extend that a little bit farther out into everything else that's going on. And I think the opportunity is completely extraordinary. A lot of people have talked about crowdsourcing. There are examples of it working. There are certainly a lot of examples of it not working. People are extremely excited about the power of the audience in the internet, the transformative power that has in everything from world events to the ingredients in breakfast cereal. For us, that power can represent a very direct contributor and a very, very direct, bottom line business, line item in the entire industry. Because engaging those people and getting them involved in that dialogue and making them feel like they're a part of that play experience is extremely important. I inadvertently got into the mobile games business last summer, and I woke up in about November and realized that I was going to be publishing mobile games, and it was very frightening because I had been a console guy for a long time, and I had adamantly defended the console business and told people that it was never going away and blah blah blah, and then suddenly all I'm doing is thinking about mobile games and playing mobile games. It's a kind of a frightening change, but it's also an incredible and massive opportunity. And the thing that we can screw up, I don't think necessarily, is getting it wrong with the consumers. Because also, as you've heard from a lot of people today, when you get it wrong, that can almost be as good as getting it right. Because you get a lot of people talking about it, and if you change what you're doing to reflect the feedback that you're getting from people who are actually passionately trying to tell you what's up, trolls are a separate issue, you can deal with on your own, you get a huge positive feedback. I think it's a time to be really experimental, it's a time to try a lot of things, it's a time to learn from things that don't work and push things that do work. The thing that we can really screw up is forgetting that we're here to entertain that audience. We are not here to make numbers. We are not here to get a message through. We're not here to do any of the kind of standard corporate business metrics that frankly have killed the game business twice now. Okay, twice now in the history of our young industry, the business has been killed nearly dead when those business imperatives took over the simple premise of entertaining the audience. And we sit on that precipice again in a lot of measurable ways. What happened in the past two crashes was that we got ahead of ourselves. There was a new type of distribution, a new type of content, a new way to sell things to consumers, and we let that take over our imaginations and drive our businesses instead of driving our businesses by giving consumers entertainment that they couldn't get anywhere else. We can provide entertainment to these people that there's no other way that they can get. They can't get it in films, they can't get it in television, they can't even get it on the screen of their Prius, but they can get it from us. And if we're smart about focusing on entertaining them and entertaining them in a much broader sense now, integrating their lifestyles and their entertainment choices into the way that we talk to them, I think it can be a really, really transformative moment.